So one of the hardest parts of a project like this, to me, is getting the pallets apart. Of course, sometimes you don't need to take them apart. You're just cutting them to a certain size, but other times you actually need to take them apart. In this particular case, I'm wanting these tube fours. Right here is the main thing I'm after. Now, if at the same time I can manage to save some of these planks, that'd be great. But generally, when you start trying to pull these planks off, you have these splits in them, and the wood itself will just split. So let me just try a couple and see what happens. And of course, the tools we use for this are things like crowbars and hammers, nail pullers. See what's happening here is this is trying to split on me. Now, I could probably take a lot of time and very carefully get under multiple sides of it and manage to pull this thing, but unfortunately, I don't want to spend that amount of time on it. It's not really worth that kind of effort to me. So what I'm going to do instead is this. I don't know. It might be useful for something. We'll see. As time goes on, I'll just throw it off to the side. While I'm here, I'll pull these. I suppose the biggest lesson here is it's all about leverage. You might find that you don't have enough leverage this way, so you put a little block under it, and that could give you what you need. Sometimes it's easier with your hammer. It's not rocket science. Let's just try to get it apart. Again, this is your leverage thing. Archimedes was right. It's all about leverage. Okay, so that's how you end up pulling things. Now, if you ever get one that you can't pull or that you break the head off, just drive it in. Remember what we're doing here. We're not making a fine piece of furniture. Okay, so I pulled basically all that stuff off. Now, I'm actually going to try to save the planks on this side, at least some of them, because they're fairly thick. And it might be possible to do that. You see some of them are split, like this one, so I don't offer much choice for hope for that. But these guys look pretty good, and a pretty serious split here. I might be able to get some of these if I'm semi-careful about it. my real goal is to get to the 2x4s. Now, interestingly, you see that nail's kind of up by itself. Well, that's optimum. You love it when that happens. You just pull a nail out, but it doesn't happen very often with these because they use those kind of no-pull nails on them. Incidentally, anytime you're hitting metal against metal, it's good to have glasses on. Goggles preferably, because sometimes you'll get a hot spark come flying off one. I actually know somebody lost partial eyesight from that. And that comes from the end, because that allows me to put pressure on both sides of the nail, which means it'll be less likely to split. So there's the basic principle behind it all. I don't know if it's worth that kind of trouble to everybody. It does, you know, I have more time than money, so it is to me, but a knife might not be to other folks. And I'm sure I'll use this piece out here somewhere in this structure that I'm currently building. I'm putting a framework for a covering so that I can cover it if I want to, and also I have visions of doing a sprinkler system. I need something to hang it from. So that's a basic technique. As you can see, it's kind of a pain. If you got help, if you got free labor, and you take the time to teach them how to do it, you know, maybe you can get some lumber that way. It's a little bit of a trick. It takes